Hi, welcome to Suma, the first digital management system for certified nurse assistants and home health aides. I'm Denise, and I'm here to walk you through this tutorial that essentially explains what Suma is all about. So let's start. You've already created an account, and now you're logged into the dashboard. So what does this mean? Well, here in California, CNAs are required to complete a total of 48 hours of continuing education. There is a specific rule in that regulation that states a minimum of 12 hours of continuing education has to be completed in every year of their certification period. So generally, CNA's license is about a 2-year period. So they have to do a minimum of 12 in their first year and a minimum of 12 in their second year. That only gives us 24 hours of continuing education. So in any given year, we are going to have to do more than 12, but at minimum, we should be doing 12 every year. Essentially, the reason why this rule exists is that so we don't wait until the last second to do all of our continuing education. The Department of Public Health wants to ensure that the continuing education is being done throughout their certification period. So that's why they made this rule that we have to do 12 in our first year and 12 in our second year. But it's a little bit more complicated. A lot of people think that the year is a calendar year, that it goes from January to December, but that's actually not accurate. Your year is based on your birthday. So it starts when your the effective date of your license, and it will end on your birth date. So for example, this is my start date of my license, and this is my end date. Although it gives me my start date and end date, it doesn't tell me what my year 1 is and what my year 2 is. So this is where Suma comes in. It essentially will divide the years for you. So if you want to know what your first year of your certification period is, all you have to do is click the button year 1, and it will tell you exactly what it is. So for me, the start date of my license is April 1st, 2017, and my year 1 is actually going to end January 18th, 2020. Down here is a status bar. So every time I add a credit, as long as it falls within this date range, it's going to tally under this status bar and fill up. I need to make sure I do at least a minimum in my first year because that's what the state requires. But I also recommend you don't do more than 36 in any given year because you're going to be taking more than you need. So the nice thing is that this system will automatically input your credits in the correct year and divide up your year 1 and your year 2. So if you needed to figure out what your year 2 is, you just click the link here, year 2, and it will tell you when the start date of year 2 is and when your end date is. Now, if you were to add credits that fell within this date range, it will also add up to here all of your credits, making sure that you at least do 12. And then as you add more credits, this is going to go down because it's going to deduct how many you've done. If you ever want to see your overall, you can just click overall and it'll tell you how many you've completed. So that's what your Suma does. I will do a tutorial about how to add credits, but this just gives you a brief explanation of the system. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to email us at info@yoursuma.com. Thanks. We'll see you later.